Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing. Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, NAPA and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody to Fort Fairfield High Schools as we get set to bring you a Class C girls matchup between the Fort Fairfield Tigers and the visiting Central Aroostook Panthers. My name is Kevin Schoberg. I'm joined by Bobby Russell. And Bobby, these two teams met a couple times last year. One of the games was really close. The other one was competitive for a little while. Both these teams were tournament squads a year ago. And on paper, this one looks like a good matchup.
Well, it sure does. And you're right. Both made the tournament last year. And both got knocked out in the quarterfinal round as well. And they both bring back veteran players that are leading them this year.
Central Aroostook, coached by Dylan Kingsbury in his third season at the helm. He brings back a couple seniors in Brianne Bradbury, along with Sydney Garrison, also another veteran in Libby Grass. Some new players as well. Macy Beals, one of the most exciting players in Aroostook County. She is also a starter for Central Aroostook. They went 15-3 a year ago, number one in Class C, but ended up with that really tough quarterfinal matchup against Stearns. They fell in that one. Fort Fairfield, when it is the number 7 seed, they beat number 10 Penquist in the prelim round. Then they lost to number 2 Dexter in the quarters. Fort Fairfield brings back a wealth of talent, a lot of veterans coming back, led by Cammie King, also Riley Clough. She's a 6'1" center in her final season on the varsity level, and then Courtney West and Amber Sherwood, a couple other veterans. They look to be pretty solid heading into this season.
Yeah, Fort Fairfield, as you mentioned, like there's entire starting five saw valuable minutes last year. They're all back. Cameron Alla, just a sophomore. She played, started as a freshman at the point guard position. Cammie King has been playing since a freshman, and she's now a senior. Amber Sherwood was real athletic last year. She came off the bench and gave him some valuable minutes. And talking to Coach Gardner before the game, she might be an X factor in this particular ball game to give them the advantage. And Brenna Levasseur, Courtney West rounds out their starting five tonight. Riley Clough will come off the bench. You mentioned the 6'1" senior, but both West and Levasseur started last year as well. So they do bring back a wealth of talent. They know Coach Gardner's system, know what he's expecting, and they're off to a good start. 2-0. Beat Woodland, who's supposedly going to be a contender, or a lot of people think a contender in the Class D ranks this year. 54-36 in their opener, and then they handled Easton 82-16 earlier this week. So off to a good start are the Tigers, and look for them to put up a lot of wins.
Central Aroostook has played this one game, and it was a week ago. They beat Van Buren handily in that one. So, and both teams want to keep their winning ways heading into this early part of the season.
Yeah, and you mentioned Central Aroostook hasn't played in a week. Now, could be a bit of a concern. They've been doing a lot of practicing, obviously, and getting ready for their opponent here tonight in Fort Fairfield, but it's not the same as playing a game and then having a couple practices and playing a game, and they've been beating up on each other. So they're going to look to get out here and get up and down the floor. Coach Kingsbury's style is, up and down the floor, take a lot of threes, push the tempo, and try to wear their opponent out. And they have a wealth of talent back. As you mentioned, Macy Beals, their point guard, is back this year. She's a junior, been starting since a freshman year. Brianne Bradbury, it provides their size, but she can also step outside as a senior. And Libby Grass came off the bench last year, but she's been put into the starting role this year, and that's Coach Kingsbury's X factor. He said, we expect to get double digits out of Beals and Bradbury most every night, but when Libby Grass is scoring double digits, we're going to be real tough.
Well, there you have it, a little bit on the Fort Fairfield Tigers and the Central Aroostook Panthers as we get ready to head toward tip-off. This is the Jay McLaughlin Construction pregame show. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we will come back with the starting lineups and the start of tonight's game between Central Aroostook and Fort Fairfield. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12-passenger limousines and a 20-passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. It's the Jay McLaughlin Construction pregame show as we get ready for the starting lineups. Those are brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. John McRae on the PA right now as he announces the Panthers first. Brianne Bradbury comes out on the floor. She's a senior. Kara Fitzherbert has been announced, a freshman. Libby Grass comes onto the floor, a junior. Senior Sydney Garrison. And the final starter, the electric Macy Beals. Dylan Kingsbury is the head coach, and his sister, Crystal Kingsbury, is his assistant. Sophomore Cameron Alla.
Senior, number 21,
Cammie King DeMerchant.
And junior, number 22, Courtney West.
Courtney West getting the start.
Senior, number 23,
she's a junior.
Amber Sherwood. And junior, number 34,
Senior Amber Sherwood. And along with the junior, Brenna Lavasser. Larry Gardner, the head coach of Fort Fairfield. John Alla and Becky West, the assistants.
Now would you please rise, remove your hats while we play our national anthem. Thank you.
And we are ready for some basketball from the Gardner Gymnasium at Fort Fairfield. Central Aroostook Panthers taking on the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Again, the County Federal Credit Union starting lineups for the Panthers. Brianne Bradbury, Kara Fitzherbert, Libby Grass, Sydney Garrison, and Macy Beals. Fort Fairfield will be going with Cameron Alla, Cammie King, Courtney West, Amber Sherwood, and Brenna Lavasser. The IABO officials tonight are Steve Clark, Dan Girardin, and Pedro Rodriguez. Both teams ready to go. Sherwood jumping center against Lavasser. The Tigers control the top. Cammie King hands it to Alla. Now Lavasser. High post to West. And Sherwood has the ball knocked loose by Beals. Fort Fairfield will set up an inbounds play here.
Panthers starting out in their man-to-man half-court defense here. Really looking to get up and put some ball pressure on and make it difficult for the Tigers to get into their offensive set.
Lavasser looks to drive. Cut off by Beals. Now Alla is going to try one from the top of the key and drains it.
No hesitation, just enough room to get that shot off. Good release on the basketball. All net.
And there's a steal by Lavasser, but Beals comes from behind, knocks it loose. Fort Fairfield will keep it.
When you see the Tigers putting on a little half-court trap just as soon as Beals came across half-court, able to get the turnover, but Beals with a heads-up play hustling back, able to knock it out of bounds.
Alla dribbles left, finds a lane, lays it up, no good, but draws the foul. Cam Alla getting ready to step to the line for two shots.
Well, the defender left her, saw the lane to the basket. Bradbury a little late rotating over. Cameron Alla, a couple nice possessions here in the early going.
Nice to see a sophomore very assertive here in the early going. First one is no good. Now the second is short. Rebound to Fitzherbert. And now a foul committed in the backcourt by Sherwood.
Just a little bit overzealous. Going to be fouling Sydney Garrison there.
So the Tigers, again, looking to trap. Beals gets it over to Grass. It's knocked loose.
There's Courtney West with a nice rotation on the lob pass. Right there when the ball got there to knock it away.
So the Tigers, with their third possession, get it inside to Sherwood, and she is fouled by Grass.
That's a break really for the Panthers, as it could have possibly gone on Brianne Bradbury as well, and that would have been two early ones for her. Some real good sets for the Tigers here in the first three possessions.
Where Central Aroostook hasn't been able to set anything up yet.
Yeah, the 2-2-1 half-court trap for the Tigers in the two possessions that the Panthers have had the ball have really disrupted them. And sometimes, when you talk about controlling the pace of play, it's speeding them up. Sometimes you use that trap just to slow them down a little bit as well. Right now, the Tigers have got the Panthers maybe sped up a little bit, out of sorts, not able to get into the offensive set. But Beal splits the double team that time.
It's trying to dribble through it. Fort Fairfield comes up with another steal. Sherwood can't handle the pass from Lavasser. Turnover gives it back to Central Aroostook.
And they're really packing in the first two, Kevin, and making it tough. Beal split the double team that time, but the back next two line really comes up and made it difficult for Beals.
And there's going to be a tie-up. West along with Fitzherbert. Central Aroostook has the possession arrow in its favor with 6:25 to play in the first quarter. Garrison's going to trigger it in. Fitzherbert to Grass. Knocked loose by King. It's going to stay with the Panthers.
This is the first time we've seen the Tigers in the half court. They're starting out with a 2-3 zone. using their size. Man, it looks like they got a size advantage on the Panthers.
And we have a turnover. Dylan Kingsbury takes a timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on WHOU.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Central Aroostook's going to put the ball in play following the timeout. Panthers looking for their first points. Bradbury to Fitzherbert. Through the hands of Garrison and out of bounds. So another turnover. Fort Fairfield has it back.
That one there was more of the unforced variety. Just couldn't handle the pass and maybe a little bit high. Goes out of bounds.
Cameron Alla. Dribbles left-handed. Finds a lane. Leaves it for Levasseur. Layup is no good. Alla comes away with the rebound. Ball is loose on the floor. The Panthers are going to have a break up ahead to Bradbury, who lays it up. No good. Coming away with it is West. Wide open, Sherwood. Sherwood's going to drive. Lays it up and in, but they take it away with the travel.
Well, the Panthers got back nicely that time. Sherwood was way out ahead of the pack. They just couldn't get to the ball. When the defense got back, it caused the extra step.
4-0 in favor of Fort Fairfield. 2.5 minutes into this one. Macy Beals jacks up a three. Misfires. Bradbury's shot is no good and fouled underneath the basket. Kira Fitzherbert. She is going to go to the line with 5:25 to play in this period.
Well, that little sequence of events right there seems to have put a little energy not only in the players but in the crowd as well, as able to get up and down the floor a little bit.
Fitzherbert cannot get the first one to go.
Panthers right now, and we played just a little under 3 minutes, have not had any luck getting the ball to fall for them. That time there, they break the ice.
Pass is deflected out of bounds by Grass. Fort Fairfield will put it in play right near the Central Aroostook bench.
And it wasn't for lack of good looks. Bradbury had a breakaway layup. Macy Beals had a three-pointer that rattled halfway down and popped out. They just, maybe now, the ice has been broken.
Yep, and they're only down 3 as Fort Fairfield has also missed a couple layups and missed 3 foul shots so far.
And we see a change of defense here. 1-3-1, trapping in the low corner here. Got Levasseur to step on the sideline and create a turnover. So Coach Kingsbury mixing up the defense here early.
Here's Macy Beals. Garrison now with it. Beals dribbles right, comes back out with it. Three-pointer Garrison is short.
And that was some good ball movement there by the Panthers. And a decent look, but still not able to connect from the field.
Sherwood tries to force it down low to West, and West comes from behind and fouls Fitzherbert.
It's one of those fouls that, you look back, potentially you can look back and say you don't want to foul 84 feet from your opponent's basket.
Third team foul on the Tigers. Ball's deflected, but Garrison chases it down.
And I think if Sherwood had kept going with her momentum headed towards her basket, she probably could have got the steal there.
Bradbury's going to try a three. No good. Follows her shot. Gets the ball and travels.
That's a couple times Bram Bradbury's been lucky not to pick up a second foul here in the early going. Now the Panthers going to throw out a full court press. So showing the kitchen sink here early, and they've created a couple turnovers by mixing up their defenses.
So it's 4-1. Lots of action, but not a lot of points so far in this one.
Could be a real chess match between the two coaches. You get the wily veteran down there on the Tiger side, but you got the young and up and coming. I say young, I mean he's been coaching now for how many years, but in comparison, the young guy.
There's Karen Alla adding to her total. Just the second field goal of the game for Fairfield, leading 6-1.
All Cameron Alla for the Tigers.
Long three-point attempt is no good by Beals. And we have our first sub for the Panthers. It is an 8th grader, Riley Pierce. As Garrison is going to trigger it into Beals. Three-pointer by Garrison is no good. Pierce with a rebound. Central Aroostook with another offensive rebound. Another chance by Beals. She banks in the three.
Then she threw her arms out in the air like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. But, hey, it still counts for 3. But nice extra pass there. She was wide open at the top of the key.
And a good job by Pierce, again, getting that offensive rebound to keep that possession alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Just inserted into the game, and it was right there.
Alla with the drive, draws contact on her way to the basket. And Cameron Alla looking really strong in the early going here.
Yeah, she's certainly shown no fear of taking it to the basket.
So Bradbury just gets a short break and replaces Pierce in the lineup. As it was a non-shooting foul, so Fort Fairfield's going to put it in play. Underneath the basket, Alla to Levasseur. Here's King. Knocked out of bounds by Garrison. Those quick hands. She's the defensive specialist for Central Aroostook.
And she had it read beautifully as they were going to give the cross-court pass. Just couldn't get enough of her hand on the ball to get it going towards their basket.
King looking for an open teammate. Throws it off. The back of Garrison goes out of bounds.
You know, that's a heads-up play. She could sense the 5-second count was getting close. Garrison not with her back to it.
There's a nice cut there by Sherwood. Nice look by West.
I'll tell you, Fort Fairfield has some nice offensive sets, creating some easy looks in the early going.
8-4. Tigers doubling up on the Panthers. Grass is long on the 3. Saved by DeMerchant, leads to a fast break here. Sherwood, she drives, knocked out of bounds by Beals. Fort Fairfield will put it in play.
Those nice hands by Beals as Sherwood had gotten by her and looked like she was probably going to be able to lay it in.
Bounces it into West. Layup is no good. Tipped around. King comes up with it. Now West has it blocked. And Alla fouled from behind by Grass. Libby Grass picks up her second.
It's going to be the 4th on Central Aroostook.
So Grass is going to have to come out with those 2 fouls. Layup good by Sherwood.
Well, we talked about her at the beginning of the show. She's definitely stepping up here early.
5 points each for Sherwood and Alla. Leads to a 10-4 Tiger lead, and the Fort Fairfield squad has it back. The floor general, Alla, goes right to Levasseur. King is going to try one from three-point land. It's too strong. Bradbury comes away with it. Inside of 2 minutes to play in the period. Garrison gets it to Fitzherbert. And the defense collapses on her, forces the tie-up.
Well, she put the ball down, drew the triple team, and they got their hands on it to tie it up.
Here's our first look at Riley Clough. They don't have heights here, but she's got to be 6'1 or 6'2, I would say. And Clough travels.
It was the right idea in breaking the press and making the pass up the floor. Riley Clough used to being under the basket, receiving and laying in, not out in the open floor.
Here's Liberty Fulton. Comes off the bench. Fires up a 3, no good. Wild shot there by Brianne Bradbury. Well off the mark. Now Alla Feeds Lavasser. Her shot is no good. West with the rebound. Can't get it to go. West with another try. Here's Alla. She can't get it to go. Fitzherbert hands it off to Beals. She gets through the defense. It's a one-on-one. The layup is too strong. There's Bradbury. Tries to move in and draws contact.
Oh, and for the Panthers, they've had some looks. They're just way too strong with their attempts. I don't know if they, feel the contact coming and maybe give it a little extra, but just way off the mark, not kind of unsettled in their offense.
You mentioned they've been off for a week, so it's been a while. So
that's true.
As Bradbury also misses the free throw. We'll see if they can get into their rhythm right now. It's been a rough quarter for Coach Kingsbury and the Panthers. Misses both foul shots. It's knocked around. King comes up with it. Now Alla. Cut off is Cassidy Gorno, who's into the game now. Gorno to King. She's going to try another three-pointer. That one is no good. Tipped around. Bradbury comes away with it. 2-on-1. Bradbury tries to get past West, and it's a blocking foul called on Courtney West. It's going to be her second foul, and it's going to send Bradbury back to the line.
It looked like maybe if West had held her ground, she tried to slide with Bradbury, and that's where the contact occurred. Held her ground, might have been able to draw the player control foul. West picks up her second.
So Eva Kalioris is looking to check into the game right after this free throw, which is missed by Bradbury. Both teams struggling from the line. 1 for 5 right now for Central Aroostook, and Fort Fairfield 1 for 4.
Saw that the other night. Just can't get the free throws to go.
36 seconds left as Bradbury misses on the second. Kalioris gets an early rebound, and Alla has it with 30 seconds to play in the period. Coach Gardner calls out a play, and Gorno receives the pass from Alla, but she travels.
Yeah, in order to get her feet underneath her squared up, she moved the pivot foot back instead of pivoting into the shot.
So here come the Panthers with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Garrison. Fulton is going to try a three. That one is too strong.
I don't know. Have they maybe dimmed the lighting in here or a little home court advantage?
Yeah, they're well off the mark on most or all of their shots so far. And Fort Fairfield will have another chance to build what right now is a 6-point lead with 5.6 seconds showing on the clock. King looking for an open teammate, finds Gorno. Nice cut by King. Ball is loose on the floor. Beals comes away with it. But the first quarter ends with Fort Fairfield leading 10-4. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. My name's Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell. 1 period in books, and Fort Fairfield control the action there. 10-4, they lead.
Well, and for as big a struggle as Central Aroostook had on the offensive end in the first quarter, they're only down 6, so their defense keeping them in the game here.
Garrison's three is no good. Grass gets in traffic and is called for the travel. Pass is stolen by Garrison. She kind of spun the other way. It looked like she had a layup. It kind of spun into traffic and coughs the ball up, but St. Aroostook will keep it. Here's Grass. Beals with a fake. Now drives in. Pull-up jumper is no good. Ball's knocked loose. King ends up with it to Alla. Pagorno, her shot is no good. Clough with the rebound, but taken away by Grass. She heads quickly up the floor. Garrison now to Bradbury. Shot's good.
Starting to hone in a little bit on the basket. Enable them to set up their pressure. Creates a turnover. Travel in the backcourt.
Garrison looking for a teammate, finds Fitzherbert. The freshman's going to try a three. It's no good. The ball looks like it's tied up. Took a while, but a whistle finally blown.
I'll tell you, when you bring the ball down both ways, they are getting after it. A bunch of piranhas out there just digging and clawing and tying it up.
There's a trap. Alla dribbles it up ahead. Clough wide open under the basket. Layup is no good. But Fitzherbert commits the foul, and Clough is going to go to the line.
Well, when Alla got out of that initial double team, they've been using the pass up the sideline, and Clough was set up underneath the basket. Coach Gardner would like to be able to see her finish that and go for the and one.
First foul shot is good by Clough. The second one cleanly through.
Nice form on both of those.
12-6 is the score in favor of the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Grass dribbles past King. Open underneath. Fitzherbert, and the layup's good.
Well, that was a nice job by Fitzherbert. She was coming over but saw Grass coming at her and took a couple steps back, so she was just able to bank it. Didn't get caught underneath the basket.
Calioris gets the nice pass from Gorno.
Yeah, that's an answer for the Tigers, and they've had a nice success here this first half, getting some shots on that low block.
Grass tries a three-pointer. Gorno with the rebound. Here's Alla up ahead. Grass throws it back to Calioris. Now Gorno with it.
I'll tell you, the extra year for Cameron Alla has really made a huge difference, being able to handle the basketball, and Brianne Bradbury picks up her second foul 35 feet away from the basket. I don't think that's one Coach Kingsbury wants her to pick up there, but just her court awareness. She seems more confident with the basketball out there. Floor vision is improved. Just a much, much more well-rounded player.
Well, I know she's played a lot of basketball, played a lot of year-round basketball, some AAU over the years. And
yeah, just looks a lot more comfortable out there directing traffic and able to get the ball set up into their offense.
There's Clough. Turnaround, no good. Pat back to Alla. King goes baseline, steps on the line, so it's going to go the other way. 14-8 in favor of Fort Fairfield. 5:40 left to play in this first half. Garrison tries the three and misses. Here's Alla with it.
And that was one of Coach Kingsbury's key. Obviously, they got to make shots, but they put up a lot of those threes, and you got to shoot 25 to 30, 33%. Right now, not really close to that. I mean, the one they've made was the bank from straight on. Just haven't found the range from deep.
Well, the turnover will give it back to St. Aroostook. There's Beals with a pull-up, misses. Long rebound by Gorno leads to a fast break.
It was a good job by the Panthers getting back and not allowing.
High arcing shot by Gorno, no good. Beals races to grab the rebound. Beals passes it to Bradbury. Layup is too strong. Kept alive by Garrison. Grass is going to try a three-pointer. No good. Garrison gets the rebound. Beals is open. Good find by Grass and a good shot by Beals.
Just out-hustled them that time, the Panthers did. Extra chances. Beals spotted up on that foul line extended. Knocked it down, able to catch it in rhythm.
Makes it 14-11, 4:33 to play in the first half. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
From Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
You're watching high school basketball on WHOU. Busy day tomorrow with all three streams going. We'll tell you about all the action taking place a little later. But right now, Fairfield has the ball. Central Aroostook as close as they've been for quite a while, 14-11. They trail. Here's Calioris, shot off the side of the backboard. Fulton up ahead to Grass. Cut off by Alla.
A beautiful job by Alla, just staying straight up and playing the angles so Grass couldn't get by her.
Grass misses a three. Skip pass back to Grass. Beals in traffic. Misses the shot, but free throws coming up for the junior, Macy Beals.
And once again, Kevin, it's been like the last few possessions. Fort's just turning and going to look for the basketball. They're not putting a body on anybody, and that time Beals slides in there. Gets an extra chance.
6 fouls on each team here.
The first one is good. Lavasser's back into the game, replaces Sherwood, who now has 2 fouls. Second free throw by Macy Beals is good. She's up to 8 points.
Almost a turnover. Bradbury got her hand on the inbound pass, but couldn't save it to a teammate.
There's King with a three-pointer, no good. Beals grabs the rebound, looking to run. Finds Grass, and the layup is good. Fouled by Alla. Libby Grass puts Central Aroostook ahead by 1 point and a chance to add to that here.
Strong take that time by Grass. This time Alla couldn't get there to prevent her from going to the basket. Draws the contact, but it all started with Beals. Head up. Grass running the floor, hit her right on the money.
So Libby Grass with her first points of the game, a 3-point play. Panthers up by 2.
And that's the first lead the Panthers have had.
There's Gorno, chance to tie it up, and she does.
Yeah, and Fulton was there to stop the ball and kind of gave her a look and then went away, giving her the lane to the basket. And Gorno, a nice, strong take.
Gorno, a talented freshman off the bench here for Fort Fairfield.
And I believe she got minutes, I don't know about minutes, but she was brought up after the middle school season last year for the Tigers.
There's Gorno missing the shot. Bradbury grabs the rebound. To Beals. She's going to jack a three. It's good.
She's heating up now, Kevin. Made one foul line extended. Got a couple free throws to go, and that one there just stepped into it on the run.
There's Gorno. Layup's good. Nice feed by Lavasser.
And the Tigers, when they're handling the pressure, they're getting layups, and that's exactly what you want to do. That's a quick way to get Coach Kingsbury to pull that pressure off if you continually beat it with the pass and get layups on the other end.
Fulton tries to get in the act with a three-pointer. Can't get it to go, but Bradbury scoops up the offensive rebound, puts it in.
It's a case of put a body on somebody. Nobody puts a body on Bradbury, able to catch it underneath the hoop and lay it in.
Panthers leading by 3, 2.5 minutes left to play in the first half.
And it was good recognition of where she was on the floor. Got herself settled.
Levasseur fails to draw iron on that three-point attempt, so the Panthers will get it back. Liberty Fulton comes out. Kara Fitzherbert enters the game.
And the Tigers, they've been in a couple different zones, 1-3-1 at one time and 2-3 zone. And nice job at that time getting the ball inside to Kara Fitzherbert. Beautiful post move.
Panthers lead now up to 5.
Another switch here, going man-to-man in the half court.
Alla being hounded, but gets into the paint, throws it up, no good, gets the offensive rebound, puts it in.
Well, the Tigers hadn't been blocking out on their end. This time the Panthers didn't. Right back to Alla.
Beals to Garrison, feeds Fitzherbert on the post. Shot blocked, but a foul is called, and Fitzherbert back to the foul line.
Well, that's 2 possessions in a row now. They've been able to pound the ball inside to Kira Fitzherbert. And nobody's preventing her from turning into the middle of the lane. And time there is where they draw the foul.
Kira Fitzherbert, the freshman. 5 points so far in this one, make that 6.
Well, we talked about the free throw woes early, but Panthers have been knocking them down here as of late.
Yeah, 4 for 4 so far in this quarter. Misses that one, but they get the offensive rebound, and Bradbury knocks it off the hands of Kalioris. Central Aroostook gets it back. Garrison's going to try one from outside, no good. King grabs the rebound, finds Alla. 24-20. Panthers on top. Alla guarded by Grass. And Alla is called for traveling. The ball goes back to Central Aroostook. Here's Beals, tries to dribble past Alla. Grass goes baseline, in traffic, throws it at the feet of Bradbury. She can't handle it, so Gorno comes away with it.
And that's what the Tigers would want. Got it down on the baseline, kind of know that no man's land area, and wasn't able to deliver the pass.
So a foul committed there and sending King to the line.
Yeah, she goes down the left side there. Garrison just couldn't slide her feet fast enough to block it off.
King is one of those players that seems to get to the foul line a lot during the course of games, but this is her first trip so far. In fact, she hasn't scored a point yet. Misfires on the front end of the 1-on-1. Here's Beals. Kicks it to Grass. Open for 3. No good.
You know, that was a great find. She was in traffic, and Grass was set up wide open out there. It would have been a tough shot for Beals to get in the lane, and just unselfish. Dishes it out there.
Here's Alla. Called for the player control foul. So with 22 seconds left, Cameron Alla picks up her second foul, and Central Aroostook will have the ball. I would expect it would be last shot time for Central Aroostook.
And that was just a nice job by Grass sliding her feet. She had the position, just kept in front. Alla creates a contact in the chest.
Central Aroostook has a couple great on-the-ball defenders in Garrison and Grass. Nice lecture to have.
It sure is.
7 seconds left. Here comes Beals. Gets tied up, called for traveling first. So with 5.3 seconds left, Fort Fairfield a chance to whittle in to the Panthers' 4-point lead.
And plenty of time here. I would expect a little pressure on the ball to make it difficult to get into anything.
King does not get that three-point attempt off in time, so that is how we end this first half of play. The Panthers with a big second quarter. They outscore The Fort Fairfield Tigers by a margin of 20-10, therefore lead this one at halftime. So a nice comeback there, Bobby, to really take control of this one.
Well, it certainly was, and they got going offensively. They looked a little more comfortable out there offensively as the quarter wore on, and knocked down a few three-pointers, got out in some transition, did a nice job offensive rebounding, gave themselves some second-chance opportunities and took advantage of those and took advantage of their free throws in that quarter as well. And 20 points, that's a big quarter.
So the Panthers on top. We're going to take a break, and we will come back for our Katahdin Trust halftime show and an interview with a special guest. We'll be right back for it right after this 2-minute break on WHOU.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
About 20 seconds.
Ask him if he's going for Fairfield High School. It's halftime. Score 24-20.
Halftime trivia. Sponsored by Subway and Prescott. If you know the answer, 764-7625. Bill, what do we got for a question tonight?
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. It's our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. The score right now, Central Aroostook leading the Fort Fairfield Tigers in this girls matchup, 24-20. The boys teams are going to match up on Monday night right here at Fort Fairfield High School. And we have one of the participants in that one. It's Braden Bradbury of the Central Aroostook Panthers. Braden, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. First off, let's talk about the run that the Central Aroostook boys athletic program is on right now. Of course, last spring, made it all the way to the state championship game. This past fall, a lot of success, obviously, and a breakthrough as you guys won the state championship there, and that must have been a thrill. And now we're on a basketball season. But let's talk about, first of all, the soccer season. Kind of, you're fresh off that one. Kind of size up the year and what it took for you guys to get where you did.
For soccer season, we started out the year pretty strong, and we knew that on our schedule we were gonna win out pretty easily. Or we had a few teams we had marked on our schedule, and you could tell we had some tough ones with Madawaska, and then a tie against, I think, Fort Fairfield, and those games really put it into perspective on what we were going to need to work on, and I felt like those games were very important going into playoffs. And we really took those to heart, and I don't believe without those we would have made it to where we were, because it helped us prepare and showed us what we need to work on.
What were some of the highlights when you look back at the postseason? Some of the things that stood out for you guys to keep going step by step and ultimately make it into that state championship game and then win it.
For us, our quarterfinal matchup, we figured was going to be our toughest matchup. Versus Madawaska, who we tied twice. So that was an intense one coming right out of the gate. And then we we managed to pull that one out, and we had an easier time with Van Buren, and then PVHS, who we played the year before and lost 3-2. So there was a little heat in that one coming in, and we played from behind all game long and managed to have a little breakthrough with, I think there was like 6 or 8 minutes left, and Brian Anthony, just key player throughout the playoffs, really showed out big, and we managed to get through that one, and ended up being an overtime, 2-1. And then in our state game, that was a crazy game because we came out and we got pounded off the start, and they put shot after shot and shot after on us, and we were a little nervous, and we settled in, and Hayden really took over in the midfield, and we used our speed on our front line, and eventually we broke through. They kind of parked the bus on us throughout the game once we started to take control, and we broke through and managed to score 2 goals in overtime or 2 goals in regulation to win our state title.
So when it's all over with and the final horn goes off and all the practice and all that, what's the feeling? There's so many kids, want to be there in that situation. What's the? And I'm sure you've thought of it before. What does it finally feel like? What's going through your mind?
It's such a relief. There's so much pressure going into it. I mean, you've worked your whole season for that moment. You don't want to lose, especially being that close. And a lot of us seniors, we knew this was our last run, so we better make it count. And to be the first team to ever win it is just such a relief, and just to be able to enjoy finally a postseason, it means a lot.
Now, it's basketball season, so we got to talk a little bit about basketball. It's been fun talking about soccer and the great run you guys had. But, again, coming on when you've obviously have memories from last year, that certainly the season didn't end the way you wanted it to. Talk about the motivation for you guys this year.
Oh, there's been a lot of motivation coming into this basketball season, and all of us have put in a lot of work. We've all gotten a lot stronger, a lot faster, and I feel like our focus has been a lot on defense. We've ramped up the intensity, and we've noticed preseason, our first game versus Van Buren, the intensity on defense just leads into easy buckets on offense, and that's the mindset we have, and we do a good job. We're a big team, so we like to work it in the block, and we do a really well job of that. And we've got some shooters. We get in the block, we kick out to them. So we're really well-rounded, I feel like, this year.
And what's the talk around the Central Aroostook Panthers? Class C seems kind of wide open this year, with Holton bumping up to Class B. What's the feel? Who are you looking at, like potential tournament opponents?
For us, we haven't seen any Class C. We haven't played any Class C teams up here. Fort Kent's always usually pretty solid, and Fort Fairfield just brought everybody back. So we'll get an idea probably next week of where that all stands. And then downstate, I really feel like the George Stevens. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just a basketball school.
Perennial. They're always in it. Now I see they're undefeated in the early going.
Yep. And then Dexter seems like they're looking pretty good. They brought back some veterans, and I feel like those 3 or 4 teams are going to be the ones to beat.
Should be fun. I know you still have basketball season. You still have baseball season ahead. What's the plan for next year? Any thoughts on what you want to do?
I just got accepted into Husson, but I would kind of like to go to Orono and study engineering.
Okay. That's a plan. You still have some time to think about that and get through that. So, hey, thanks for joining. Bobby's got one more.
I got one more question. You opened your season, last Friday, was it? Did you guys think you were going to Hawaii? I saw some clips there. Your coach, was he going to the Maui Invitational or was he going to Van Buren?
Well, we wanted to mix things up a little bit.
Okay.
Have a little fun.
All right. He's always a sporty dresser.
Yeah.
You didn't give him a hard time or anything, did you?
Well, we had to make fun of his shirt.
Hey, that's Braden Bradbury of the Central Aroostook Panthers. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it at halftime. It's our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show as we get ready for second half action, and we'll keep it right here. Fine young gentleman right there.
He is. Grandfather with roots from Fort Fairfield.
That's right.
Actually, up on the wall here to our right is his name. He's a 1,000-point scorer. Back in 1962,
That's
it
right.
says.
Yep. Chappie Clark you're referring to, and he had a great career. He's a great guy as well.
He sure is, and my understanding is he's done a lot of in the past, a lot of work with the youth of the Central Aroostook area, and been part of building those teams that have been historically good and bringing back those gold balls to the Aroostook County.
That's certainly what it takes for a program. You need the people to help out with the startup programs to make
it does.
successful.
A coach, he's kind of at the top of the pyramid, but he's got to have people down below him helping. Can't do everything.
Bradbury is fouled as we are just nicely into this third quarter of play. Foul number 3 committed by Courtney West.
They just got bottled up there at the free throw line.
They go down low to Bradbury, and another foul. That one's committed by King.
That's a nice hard cut by Bradbury. King was just late reacting.
So King picks up her second. Bradbury's first free throw is no good. Another one coming up for the senior. One of just 2 seniors on this Central Aroostook squad. Gets that one to go. Builds the lead back to 5. Some more pressure in the backcourt, and now they back off and get it to Alla.
And a lot of times you'll see teams that put the pressure on initially, and if you get out of that initial double team, then they back it off. They try to get the one trap and then head back and play some half-court defense, and that's what happened there.
They're in that right now as the ball is loose on the floor. Beals and Levasseur getting to the floor on that one. And for Fairfield will have the possession. King triggers in a lot of the inbounds passes. That shot is no good by Sherwood. West can't get it to go. The ball's tipped loose, and Alla does a nice job saving it into a teammate.
Sure did. Nice recognition. Brenna Levasseur right there at half court, able to tip it to her.
Alla tries to get it down low to Sherwood. Ball's knocked loose. Fort Fairfield will keep it.
That's a great job by Brianne Bradbury, just denying the entry.
Shot is no good by West. And a foul is committed by the Panthers on the rebounding action.
That's going to go on Bradbury. She was battling with Sherwood, I believe. Picks up her third foul.
Big foul there, Bradbury, someone they can ill afford to lose for a long stretch of time. Here's West, nice bounce pass to Sherwood. Can't handle it. Ball trickles out of bounds.
Well, it was the right idea, a little give and go, but Sherwood couldn't handle it on the pass back to her.
Central Aroostook's going to get it back, leading by 5. Against the Fort Fairfield zone. Grass thinks about the 3 and tries to dribble past the defender, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Does give them the opportunity to put up the 1-2-1-1 press. They got the trap that they wanted.
There's Levasseur up ahead to West. In traffic is Sherwood, but gets it to Levasseur. Now Alla has it. She sets herself, tries a 3, no good. Garrison grabs the rebound, finds Beals. Beals, really exciting to watch on the open floor. Can't get the shot to go. There is Fitzherbert, but the ball is knocked loose, and the Panthers are going to keep it.
You know what I like about Macy Beals is she goes and gets the ball and then attacks. She doesn't wait for somebody else. She knows what her role is. She's the playmaker. And that time there, she was able to get up and create an opportunity for the Panthers, but just couldn't convert.
Yeah, they had 2 opportunities there. They get the offensive rebound. Couldn't get that to go. So it's still 25-20. And a foul is called on Bradbury.
That'll be her 4th foul. She just picked up 2 here real quick, back to back.
So I don't know who Fulton was going to go in for, but
change of plans if it wasn't Brianne Bradbury.
And if it wasn't a change of plans, the whistle didn't blow quick enough there to allow her to get in for Bradbury. So Fort Fairfield will get it back. Let's see if that changes things here. Sherwood with the rebound. Good battle for the board there. And Fitzherbert picks up a foul.
That was to the dismay of the Central Aroostook fans, but it sure did look like she had a lot of arm from my side of the floor.
Yep, to go along with that. But nonetheless, Fort Fairfield has it, and here comes Grass. She hesitates to Beals. Panthers are going to need some other players to step up on offense here with Bradbury out of the game. They turn it over. And it's going to be a foul called on Grass.
And trying to get the ball to Al out here on the wing, and she mishandled it, but Grass just kind of ran into her. Picked up a foul. That's going to be her third foul.
Coach Gardner will take a timeout with 5:22 to play in the third quarter. His Fort Fairfield team trailing by 5. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
TheCounty.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the Greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Play is back in at Fort Fairfield High School. Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell bringing you this one. Ball is loose on the floor. 5 players diving for it, and Fort Fairfield gets it back.
Whew, last few possessions, hot potato. Just can't get a hold of it.
Only 1 point scored. A lot of floor burns in this third quarter.
That foul's going to go on Libby Grass, and that's going to be her 4th foul. So Bradbury on the bench with 4. Grass picks up her 4th. Couple quick ones as well.
Definitely going to test the depth of the Panthers. As the ball is saved nicely by Sherwood. Almost a 5th foul committed there by Grass.
It was dangerously close, partner.
Sherwood connects on the layup. Her first points since early in the first quarter. Beals trying to dribble through traffic. Grass going to try a 3. It is no good, and she is going to come out of the game with those 4 fouls. And checking in for her is Abby Haynes, another 8th grader. So Bradbury 4 fouls, Grass also 4 fouls for Central Aroostook. A lot of game to play.
Yeah, there is, and really going to fall on the shoulders of Macy Beals to direct traffic and create some offense for the Panthers.
Fort Fairfield gets a wide open layup, and Sherwood doesn't get the first one to go, but does on the second attempt, and she'll also go to the foul line as Panthers commit yet another foul.
Well, she's been big on that left low block here this quarter. Time sticking with it. Earned a trip to the free throw line.
I like watching Sherwood as a player. She is a hard worker, and
she is.
Very
I like how she gets up off the floor and
Yes.
goes after them. Doesn't wait for the ball to come to her. She goes and gets it.
Off the bench, the 8th grader. Haynes tries a 3. Now Beals is going to jack one up there, and she drains it. It's her 4th of the game, and it puts Central Aroostook back on top.
Well, the ball bounced straight to Liberty Fulton, able to maintain a possession, and Macy Beals, again, she's going to be looked on until Bradbury and Grass come back to do the majority of the scoring, either that or create the opportunities for the Panthers.
There's a 3, no good by West, and over the back this time is Fort Fairfield. I think it's Levasseur.
2-3, it is.
Or is it 2-3?
That's
It's
Sherwood.
So she picks up her third.
But it was a great box out. There was 2-3 Panthers there.
2-2-1.
And Beals trying to break through the pressure with the dribble. Ball is knocked loose, out of bounds. Central Aroostook will get it back.
Yeah, and that time it's trying to split the double team with the dribble. Occasionally you can do it, but more often than not, you're not going to have success with that. You got to pass the ball, use a little ball reversal.
There's a steal by Sherwood. She's going to look to drive, layup, no good. Rebound by Haynes, hands it off to Beals. Fulton has it now. And here's Fitzherbert with a miss, but grabs the offensive rebound, can't get it to go.
That will go on Courtney West. That'll be her fourth. So the first Tiger to pick up 4 fouls.
And Gorno is going to get ready to check in for her. She saw a lot of minutes in the first half with West in foul trouble.
Right now, that was a big three by Macy Beals. Gives Central Aroostook the 3-point lead. A little bit of breathing room that Coach Kingsbury can leave Grass and Bradbury on the bench because Fort was really making a run at them.
Right, and then it comes to the point, if Fort Fairfield continues making that run, when do you bring back Bradbury and Grass?
And I don't know if you bring them both back at once. You maybe try one for a while, maybe substitute for each of them just to get them some minutes. No, have to wait and see what happens.
29-25 is Central Aroostook's lead.
That's why he gets the big bucks.
That's right. That's right. 3:15 left. They try to get it to Sherwood. She rips it away in there. And it's a tie-up. Central Aroostook will get it back. So right now, very important now the play of the veterans for Central Aroostook, Garrison and Beals.
Absolutely. How they handle this, I like the move by Coach Gardner as well. Sherwood just going to pick up another foul. That'll be her fourth. But I like the move, putting the 2-2-1 little three-quarter court pressure on with a couple of the starters on the bench. Although I'm thinking Coach Gardner really didn't want Courtney West and Amber Sherwood to pick up their fourth fouls.
No, that kind of
negates it. It does. Yes. It negates the advantage they had for sure.
Fitzherbert goes up with a left hand, can't get it to go, but she's going to go to the stripe, where she has made a living so far.
And she's been aggressive the last couple times that the Panthers have had the ball in around the basket.
Kira Fitzherbert, she has split a pair on her first 3 trips to the foul line. Gets that one to go. The Panthers have hit the 30-point mark. 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. Once again, she goes 1 out of 2. She's up to 8 points. Here comes Fort Fairfield. Inside of 3 minutes to play, Alla is called for the travel.
Instead of delivering the pass, took the extra step and then delivered it.
And now Fort Fairfield will back it up, go to their 1-3-1 half-court zone. Beals, she's already hit 4 3-pointers in the game. She has the ball. Off now to Garrison. And Central Aroostook gets a timeout with 2:32 left to play in this third quarter. Panthers up by 5. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car.
Sorry.
You could also light a pile of money on fire.
Sorry.
Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of NAPA know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
We are back following the timeout. Central Aroostook with Garrison putting it in play. Can't find an open teammate. Finally lobs it into Fulton. It's knocked loose, but they get it back. Haynes feeds Garrison in the corner. And it's going to be another timeout taken by Coach Kingsbury. This one's of the 30-second variety. We'll be right back on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
You're watching high school basketball on WHOU as St. Aroostook will put it in play. They get it into Beals, guarded by Alla. Beals gets into the paint, drops it for Fitzherbert, mishandles it, but collects it and lays it up and in.
And that was a tough angle, too. When she mishandled it, got herself further underneath the basket, but still able to reach back and get it to fall.
She stayed calm in that situation, didn't panic, and just collected it.
Exactly right, but who created it? The dribble penetration from Beals.
Missed shot there by Lavasser. And there's the travel by Garrison. Back to Fort Fairfield with 1:58 to play in the third quarter. Fort Fairfield facing its largest deficit at 7.
And I would look for Fort Fairfield to really try to turn up the defensive pressure. It caused Coach Kingsbury the last time to burn a couple timeouts in the half-court set.
As Haynes commits a foul on the inbounds.
And we will be shooting free throws both ways from here on out.
Cam Alla to the stripe. First one is no good. Garrison skies for the rebound. Beals feeds it to Fitzherbert, but a foul called first.
The floor vision, though, saw Fitzherbert through traffic. This time on the right block. Was still able to deliver the pass.
She keeps her head up there, and which is so important.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
But how about the instincts of Fitzherbert as well, to get on the low block and get yourself ready? Know the ball's coming, because Beals is going to draw a lot of traffic. The ball's coming at you. Be ready to catch it and lay it in.
I've been impressed with Fitzherbert, and I know Dylan Kingsbury said she had a really good preseason, earned that starting job, and she hasn't looked back. Nice save by Beals to keep it alive. Fitzherbert turns it over. We'll go back to Fort Fairfield.
At times just get a little bit nervous with the basketball and those unforced travel violations.
See if the Fort Fairfield offense can get to work here, trailing by 7. And Gorno gets a nice pass by King, lays it up and in.
Well, that was a nice offensive set there. She went back door when the ball went up to the top of the key.
Here comes Beals. Haynes gets in the lane. Nice bounce pass to Fitzherbert. Nice play by Abby Haynes to make that happen.
Absolutely. And who was right on the spot? Kira Fitzherbert.
4th field goal for her. She's up to 12 points. Long three by Lavasser off the mark. Fitzherbert can't get the offensive rebound, but here comes Beals. Fast break and a foul.
Going to go on Calioris out in the open floor. Just got shoulder to shoulder with Beals. Now, it was about anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes left in this quarter when both Bradbury and Grass went out. They've extended the lead.
You're right. It was 25-20 when Bradbury went out. Grass went out just a little bit later. May have been the same score at that point. But, yeah, since that time, a 9-7 run. As the missed free throw, but Fitzherbert grabs the rebound. Fulton's going to jack up a 3. It's good. And she can be a streak shooter, and she got that one to go.
Absolutely, but who kept it alive? Kira Fitzherbert. She's having a whale of a game here.
Here's Alla. 10-point lead for Central Aroostook. 5-second violation.
And credit
Forced
Abby
by
Haynes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, staying within that 6 feet.
That's what it takes. Big minutes. They needed big minutes out of somebody off the bench with those two players out, and
And this only bodes well for the Panthers with these kids in a closely contended game, getting these minutes when they need them. They've stepped up.
Nice pass by Beals. Fitzherbert misses the shot. Calioris there to defend. And now Alla has it with 15 seconds to play. Jade McKenney in there now for Fort Fairfield. She had the ball knocked loose, so with 8.9 seconds left on the clock, Cammie King looks to put it in play. And Liberty Fulton commits the foul, sending Gorno to the line.
Tigers going to have to take advantage of the free throws. They've been there a few times this quarter. Haven't got any to go.
Cassidy Gorno with 6 points off the bench. Gets that one to go. The all-important front end. If she can make this, that'll give a chance for Fairfield to set up the full court press. Beals gets the pass. Dribbles all the way, leaves it to Fitzherbert. Can't get the shot to go. And that is the way the third quarter ends. 37-29. Central Aroostook on top. We'll be back for the final 8 right after this on WHOU.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need. Pioneer Broadband.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. The fourth quarter begins with Fort Fairfield having the possession, down by 8 points.
Well, the Panthers, they couldn't ask for a better opportunity to end the quarter. They just couldn't get the shot to fall.
And they start with a turnover by Fort Fairfield. So Central Aroostook gets it back, up by 8. And still, Bradbury and Grass, a nice luxury. They can keep him on the bench with this 8-point lead. Haynes tries a three, too strong. Here comes Fort looking to run. Sherwood is open. The pass was tipped. So Sherwood unable to come up with it and loses it out of bounds.
In the early going of the game, Fort had some success in getting out in the open floor and really attacking the rim. Coach Gardner would probably like to see them get off to a good start here in this fourth quarter by attacking the rim. Put a little run. They got to put a little run on Central Aroostook. Otherwise, Coach Kingsbury is going to have the luxury of keeping those two kids on the bench. They put a run on them, it's going to have to go to them.
See what Alec can do on the break. Lays it in over Beals. Cam Alla's first points of the second half. She's up to 9
They get another stop here, Kevin, and put some points on the board. You look for Coach Kingsbury to go to Grass and Bradbury.
Fulton bottled up, but finds Beals. Good safety valve. Get the ball in her hands. Fulton has a shot blocked by King, but they're going to call the foul. And that's going to be 3 shots on the way for Liberty Fulton.
She had just made a 3-point field goal from basically where she took that attempt from. We'll see if she can knock down some free throws.
First free throw is off the mark. Cammie King now with 3 fouls.
And we talk about the two girls from Central Aroostook. Coach Gardner's already come back with Sherwood and West for the Tigers with their 4 fouls.
Second free throw good by Fulton. .6:49 to play. Fulton goes 1 out of 3, makes it a 7-point lead for the Panthers. Gorno feeds Sherwood. Nice job there on the low blocks. Got it up and in.
Ooh, that was a tough shot. She had herself all twisted and contorted and still able to lay it in with Beal standing right there.
Beals to Fitzherbert, and she's called for the travel.
Shuffled the feet in traffic down there. I thought maybe Beals, that was a tough pass to get it to Fitzherbert in traffic. Might have been able to take the shot that time.
Yep, the Fort Fairfield defense was certainly ready for that pass. Here's Gorno. Shot is short. Fulton with a nice box out, grabs the rebound, finds Beals. Haynes is open underneath, through her hands and out of bounds. Good recognition by Haynes, could not handle the pass.
There's no question, she was open. A little bit too much steam on that one.
Down to 6 minutes left. Again, Libby Grass, Brianne Bradbury will be well rested when they enter.
It's approaching basically in time, a quarter, that they've been on the bench.
Here comes Haynes. She's going to drive, layup, no good. Took it strong, couldn't get it to go. Sherwood is open. She's going to slow it down now and find Alla. King, again looking for her first points. Alla.
Got a toe on the line. Only going to give them 2. A good two-man game, though, with King and Alla.
38-35. And now Bradbury getting ready to check in. Grass as well, as Fort Fairfield will get the ball back, trailing by 3. But here come the 2 players that have been out of the game for probably the last 8 minutes. Libby Grass, Brianne Bradbury.
And Fitzherbert's getting a nice rest here. She's giving them about 11 solid minutes here in this second half.
Yeah, she worked hard going end to end.
She won't be there long.
Here's Gorno, misses a shot. And Sherwood came close to picking up that 5th foul, but instead it's a tie-up.
But that's where athleticism comes in. She got up off the floor and was able to get the ball first, preventing the foul.
Inside of 5 minutes. 3-point game. Steal by West, but up ahead, Grass chases it down. Central Aroostook has it back. Grass tries to drive to the basket. West picks up her 5th foul, and she will have to come out.
Yeah, that's unlucky for West. Looked like she was standing there, and when Grass went by her, caught her on the hip. More by the offensive player than anything.
But Grass is going to go to the stripe here. So far in the game, she is a perfect 1 for 1. Not a big sample size. Misses that one.
That's like our cameraman tonight, his sample size from high school. But he was perfect.
Oh. Both of them are off the mark, so Fort Fairfield again down by 1 possession here, 3-point game. Alla thinks about the 3, instead dribbles in, gives it up now to Gorno. Gorno hands it off to Sherwood with a fake, drives baseline, layup, no good. Gorno there for the rebound, puts it up and in, and the 9th grader has 10 points now. It's a 1-point game.
That's a nice job by Gorno, following the shot, being there for the putback, but what a nice up fake by Sherwood, too, just to get Bradbury off her feet and able to get to the basket.
Here's Beals. Dribbles right to Bradbury, finds a lane, layup is good. Brianne Bradbury, her first point in quite a while, her first field goal since the first half.
Well, they've run that play quite a few times, and that time she was able to actually handle the curl, and the lane was wide open.
Here's Gorno again, baseline. That one is no good. Here comes Beals. Finds Garrison. Her 3 is off the mark. Sherwood grabs the rebound, takes her time, finds Alla with 3:22 remaining in the game. It's Central Aroostook 40, Fort Fairfield 37. We're going to get Garrison for the foul. bellied up on King there. Cammy King, 2 foul shots. Fitzherbert replaces Fulton in the Central Aroostook lineup. And as King steps to the line, it's time for the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. So King drains the first free throw. She's on the board. Second one is also good.
Pretty pure on both of them.
We expected a good game tonight, and approaching the 3-minute mark, we certainly have one. Panthers leading by 1 point. A big early season matchup between these two Aroostook County powers. And
it is. We're early into the season. Second game for Central Aroostook, third for Fort Fairfield, but yet there will be so many points accumulated by whoever gets this win.
They get it to Bradbury. Shot is blocked, but she recovers. Gets into the paint, and a foul is called. They're going to get Levasseur. Bradbury's going to go to the foul line. Brianne Bradbury missed her first 5 free throws tonight. Connected on her last attempt, and that one is short. No good. Sherwood with the rebound. Now Levasseur feeds Gorno. Layup is no good. Just rims out, but Sherwood there. She can't get it to go.
Well, that was a great break fast break by the Tigers. Beautiful passing. Saw Gorno on the weak side there. Just couldn't get it to fall. Sherwood follows it and gets it to roll out. Unlucky for the Tigers.
They still have a chance to go ahead here with possession.
And this is a matchup that, I was just going to say that Sherwood needs to recognize Bradbury with the 4 fouls and attacker. She does, picks up just a small hip check. That's going to be the 5th foul on Bradbury.
So now the officials are conferring on whether it's a good basket, and they count it. So Amber Sherwood with a big play. Chance to finish off a 3-point play, and again, Fort Fairfield had trailed for quite a stretch, and now they are in front.
Kind of mark that one down, the continuation counting, see if close game like this, how it plays out.
And Sherwood fouls out of the game.
Yeah, and there could have been an argument there for Fulton rolling over for a travel violation.
Instead, Fulton's going to walk while she's actually going to jog to the other end of the floor and get ready to take her free throws as Sherwood comes out. So now the Tigers have 2 players disqualified.
And this is where the officials are going to earn their money, because they're going to hear from both coaches from here on out.
So Callie Orris comes into the game for Fort Fairfield as Fulton hits the free throw. And that one is no good. Tracked down by Levasseur. We're tied at 41. 2.5 minutes to play.
Panthers had a 10-point lead at one time late in the third quarter.
Nice pass down low. Levasseur can't get the layup to go. She's there for the rebound and draws the foul.
Just patient offensive set. Waited for the roll down the lane and were able to feed it to Levasseur.
Levasseur scoreless so far. Her first time shooting free throws. And that one is no good. Another one coming up. And that foul shot is good. Puts Fort Fairfield back on top. Beals finds grass. He tries to feed Fitzherbert. Ball is loose. And they're going to get Gorno for a foul. And Garrison is going to take the free throws.
No question, happened right here in front of us. She's going for the ball, came right across the arms. Hopefully we got good footage of that.
First one's no good by Sydney Garrison. She's a senior. Second foul shot is no good. Bounced a couple times. Fort Fairfield has it with 2 minutes to play and the 1 point lead. Gorno with it, with Fitzherbert on her. Shot is no good by Gorno. Got it back, and a foul is committed. Big free throws coming up here for the freshman, Cassidy Gorno.
And you got to like the confidence of the freshman, taking it down the left side of the lane. Tough shot, but sticking with it. Able to get her own offensive rebound.
Talk about a couple freshmen on both sides really coming up with huge performances. Cassidy Gorno for Fort and Kira Fitzherbert for the Panthers, both in double figures in scoring. Neither foul shot goes for Gorno. Here comes Beals. Good matchup here between Alla and Macy Beals. Grass to Garrison. Passes it to Grass, but Fitzherbert gets it, lays it up, and in. Kira Fitzherbert scores her first points of the quarter.
All kinds of trouble getting a hold of the basketball, but when Fitzherbert did, she's had a nose for the basket tonight.
Levasseur trying to answer, can't get it to go. Calioris battles for the rebound with Fulton, and it goes out of bounds. Fort will keep it. But first, we're going to get a timeout. A full timeout taken by Fort Fairfield. It's a 1 point game. We'll be right back on WHOU.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
The SW Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the SW Collins Company.
We are back. St. Aroostook leading 43-42, but Fort Fairfield has the ball. Cammie King's going to put it in play underneath the basket. Ball's tipped around, and they're going to get Calioris for the travel.
Nice job by Central Aroostook, really denying all the options that Fort Fairfield wanted.
Full timeout. We'll be right back in 1 minute on WHOU.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamill has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamill, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
We're back at Fort Fairfield High School. Central Aroostook has the ball and the lead. They get it in play. Beals with it. AC Beals looks to drive, now backs it up to Fulton. Liberty Fulton tries to feed Fitzherbert. And it's tied up. And Fort Fairfield has the possession arrow. Kind of a tough pass there in a tough position.
It wasn't a lot of distance between them, and credit Cameron Allen for staying in front of Macy Beals. It looked like she was maybe going to try to take it all the way to the basket. Made her give it up.
45 seconds left. Who's going to step up and make the big offensive play for Fort Fairfield? Lavasser tries, can't get the shot to go. Fulton's going to go back to the foul line as Gorno commits the foul. 2-shot fouls the rest of the way on all common fouls. Either way, it's a one-possession game. Free throw, no good by Fulton. So the struggles continue at the foul line for both teams.
The Tigers here really got to make sure they box out if this does not fall.
Central Aroostook now 2 for 10 from the foul line in this fourth quarter.
Now they've had some success running just that nice set curling down to the basket. Let's see if they get set up.
And at 20 seconds, Alla with a scoop. Layup's good.
They don't need it. Cameron Alla takes it to the basket.
There comes Beals with it. Beals to Fitzherbert. Foul called on King.
Good strong push of the basketball by Macy Beals. Done it all night long, and guess who was on the block again? Kira Fitzherbert.
Fitzherbert so far 4 for 8 shooting foul shots. Coach Larry Gardner is going to try to ice her a little bit here. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep her right here. Gives us a chance to talk about what's taking place tomorrow on WHOU. All 3 streams in action with afternoon doubleheaders. We will have the Holton at Herman girls and boys, 3 o'clock and 4:30 the game times there. Southern Aroostook at Fort Kent. Girls game at 2 o'clock, boys game at 3:30. And Bobby, you and Steve will be at Presque Isle High School as the Waterville Panthers come to town to take on the Wildcats. Girls game starts at 3 and the boys at 4:30.
Hello, the Waterville girls went to the Northern Maine finals last year. Didn't have a loss on their record, falling to MDI. So they're back with. They didn't have a senior on the team, so it'll be interested to see how much they've improved. And they're certainly a contender for that Class B crown.
They have one of the best players around in Sadie Garling. But first, big free throws by Kira Fitzherbert, and the first one is cleanly through.
Looked good. The second left her hand. Nice rotation on the basketball. Defensively, let's see what Central Aroostook talked about in the timeout. If this goes.
That one is no good. Rebound is loose on the floor. Almost tied up.
That's going to go out of bounds.
Yep, and Central's going to keep it with 7.2 seconds left. But first, a timeout. Both coaches have left some timeouts in their back pocket here. It's a full timeout, so why don't we keep it right here, make sure we don't miss the stretch here, and kind of set things up as we rewind a little bit. Cameron Allen made the big running shot there at the other end. That was with about 23 seconds left. Right on the inbounds, Macy Beals raced up the court, found Fitzherbert, who got fouled. There was a timeout taken before the free throws, but then Fitzherbert got to the foul line and made 1 out of 2 to tie it up. And then the ball kind of squirted loose there and looked like it was going to be a tie-up. And instead, it goes out of bounds. Central Aroostook will have a chance, and they're in good position with the ball underneath the basket.
Well, it's a great opportunity to run a play that they've, I'm going to guess, worked on in practice. Coach Kingsbury just going over it. Maybe he might have put a little tweak into it, but I'd look for him to get a weak side shot over here.
They couldn't find Fitzherbert. Ball goes to grass. Layup is no good, but a foul is committed by Fort Fairfield. Is going to send Libby Grass to the foul line as Cammie King has just picked up her 5th foul.
Well,
she becomes the 3rd Tiger player disqualified.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Cammie King. I mean, there's a lot of Tigers just kind of standing in the lane. Grass was a touch maybe out of control, and they get the foul call, so she's going to get a couple free throws here.
And I mentioned it a little while ago, the Central Aroostook has really struggled from the line in this quarter. So far, they're 3 for 13 in this period shooting foul shots.
Still plenty of time either way, no matter what happens. Central Aroostook's got to be aware that Cameron Alla can push the ball up here in 5.3 seconds, make or miss, and get an opportunity here for the Tigers.
Grass's second foul shot is good. So with 5 seconds left, the ball comes in play, and a timeout is taken by the Tigers with 3.9 seconds left on the clock.
Well, it was, what was it, 5.3, now it's down to 3.9. She wanted the timeout almost immediately. I don't know that they're going to put any time back on the clock. Doesn't appear so. So, valuable 1.4 went off the clock.
And Fort Fairfield is still going to have to go the length of the floor, too, as the ball's going to be put in play underneath the basket.
And you know, Coach Kingsbury is going over, we're going to put some token pressure on the ball, but please don't foul, because they can't just let them roll the ball up to half court and give them an opportunity to get a decent look.
And if you're Fort Fairfield, do you try to rifle a pass to maybe at midcourt and
I
get
think
some
you try to get
there,
you try to get maybe you see a lot of curl screens with the momentum going the other way. So I'd say maybe start over by the Central Aroostook bench and curl towards the basketball and get your momentum headed towards your basket. But they're actually Central Aroostook's going to greet them at half court.
Yeah,
so they can roll it. Where they put a lot of speed on the ball. Oh, there's going to be a foul.
The ball was rolled, and Cameron Alla got there first. Liberty Fulton tried to commit the steal, but she was a split second too late, and she fouls Alla. Comes down hard in the back of her head. And she's going to have to collect herself and attempt some big free throws. .9 seconds to go.
The official's going to give her a minute. Let her catch her breath. There's a couple things that happened there. Fort Fairfield rolled the ball probably a little bit too hard, and they were going to have a hard time catching up to it. And Fulton came in and drew the foul. She thought maybe she could pick up the ball. Fort Fairfield comes out on the better end of that. Alla to the line,
where she is 0 for 3 so far. First one is off the front of the rim, no good. This one with a chance to tie it.
I'm going to say the Tigers are all standing out here. They got to get in case there's a miss. They got to be able to offensive rebound.
Cam Alla. Goes it up there. That one's cleanly through. Ties it at 45. Beals gets it to half court. Her heave is no good. And we have overtime here at Fort Fairfield High School. Knotted at 45. We'll be right back on WHOU.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
For drivers from Patton to Bangor and everywhere in between, buying from Thornton Brothers is a rewarding experience.
If you're looking for a new Ram pickup, Thornton Brothers is definitely the dealership you want to visit.
Enjoy employee pricing plus on select new 2019 and 2020 Ram trucks at the Big Finish event at Thornton Brothers. Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
Come back out there and get back to just how we started the game with the jump ball. Only we're without some key components. Cammie King, Courtney West, Amber Sherwood, they fouled out for Fairfield. Brianne Bradbury out of the game due to picking up 5 fouls for Central Aroostook.
And Cameron Alla took that hit here on the end of the game. The trainer came out and talked to her. She's back out there, so we'll have to keep an eye on her situation.
Here's Grass, dribbles in, and a kick. Panthers will keep it. So certainly advantage Central Aroostook when it comes to the numbers. Again, for Fairfield with 3 of their starters fouled out of the game. They get it to Beals. Shot is no good, but she draws contact.
Central Aroostook's been trying to run that play the last 3 or 4 inbounds. It's one they look for towards the end of the game to get the screen down. This time Beals screens up but rolls right back to the basketball.
Macy Beals 2 for 4 so far from the line. Puts her team up by a point. This is a 4-minute overtime period. Beals goes 2 out of 2. Clutch shots there for the junior. Gorno to Alla in traffic, has a shot blocked from behind. Callie Orris called for traveling, dragged the pivot foot as he was looking for an open teammate.
Used just the one dribble and then picked it up and kind of got herself bottled up. But credit Beals, though. She was able to block Alla as she was driving in on the other side of the floor.
Yeah. Here's Grass looking for some room along the baseline. Can't find it. Now Beals gets inside of Alla. The shot is no good. Fitzherbert grabs the rebound and puts it up and in. Her big game continues.
Well, we hadn't heard from her in a little bit, but that's a big putback. Kira Fitzherbert.
She's up to 17 points.
Beals comes through and gets the ball knocked away.
Here's Garrison. That shot's no good. Knocked loose. It's going to stay with Central Aroostook. So right now, all Panthers, they have a chance to build this lead with just over 3 minutes left in this overtime. So they're going to get a plane warning there on Fort Fairfield. So it's a warning next time it happens. It's going to be on the technical. So Fulton open in the corner. She receives the pass, gets it to Grass. Now to Beals. Central Aroostook could take their time, up by 4.
They're spreading the floor. 4 corners offense, letting Beals go to work.
They get it out to Fitzherbert, back to Beals.
Just got to be careful around that half-court line. Don't get too bottled up as Tigers try to double team her.
Beals pops back out, receives the pass.
She's just going to basically look to penetrate, maybe take it to the basket if it's there. If not, just go get it back and burn some clock.
We've already burned about 30 seconds. Garrison back to Beals in the corner.
Look for maybe the Tigers to, when they got to realize now that she's going to get the ball back, overplay that pass back to her. See if they can create a turnover that way.
Panthers doing a great job as they have taken away about a minute. Fulton with the baseball pass to Grass.
And what will potentially happen here is Fort's going to maybe overplay a little bit, and somebody's going to break free for a backdoor layup.
It's going to be a timeout taken by Central Aroostook and Coach Kingsbury. 1 minute. We'll be right back on WHOU.
We all know Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state, and Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car, we do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
We are back at Central Aroostook, and Beals off the inbounds is going to get an easy layup. Up by 6 are the Panthers.
Well, it was a bottled inbounds pass, but Beals heads up, runs onto it, and takes it strong.
For Fairfield is going to have a chance to score some points here in this overtime session. They've been scoreless so far. But Alla to the line for 2 shots as Libby Grass fouls out. She lasted quite a while with those 4 fouls.
Came back with about 5 minutes to go in the fourth and played for a little over 2 minutes here. This overtime.
Al's first one is good, so she has found the rhythm here after missing her first 4 attempts. Now she's hit her last 2. Make that 3 in a row.
Got to take advantage of the free throws.
There's a pass stolen by Alla.
It basically is going to take away 2 points. It's a good foul, really, because Alla was going to lay it in. Coach Gardner's asking for the intentional foul.
Instead, they're going to make Alla earn it from the foul line.
And I would look for Fort Fairfield to continue to ramp up the defensive pressure any chance they can with the 2 Panthers that have fouled out.
Alla misses that one. That one is also no good. Garrison grabs the rebound, finds Beals. 90 seconds to play in the game. And Beals is fouled by McKenney. Jade McKenney picks up the personal.
And I like that foul. You put her on the line, give yourself more opportunities. Don't let them burn more time off the clock.
Yep, a 4-point game. Beals a chance to add to that here. And the first one is good. So they get the right person at the line, does Coach Kingsbury. And that one is also good. So 6 points in the overtime session for Macy Beals.
Yeah, a couple clutch ones right there.
Here's Alla driving in. Beals commits another foul.
It'll just be her second foul. But you're almost at the point where you let them go. Don't stop the clock. That helps the Tigers. Alla got to knock down a couple free throws here.
First one's good by Camp.
This one going, not to be Captain Obvious, but obviously they get the extra point, but it allows them to set up the defense here and put the pressure on, but they are able to get the ball into Beals. They don't deny it. Exactly where Central Aroostook wants the ball in her hands.
Again, McKenney guarding Beals. Right now a trap between Levasseur and McKenney out on Beals, but a foul is called.
And they could really almost Fort Fairfield double, triple team Beals, make it come out of her hands.
So a return trip to the foul line for the junior. And that one is good.
Last three have been pretty pure.
She is 7 for 9 overall. 55-49, Central Aroostook. Alla to Levasseur. Levasseur shot is no good. She gets the offensive rebound, puts it up, no good.
Big board there by Garrison.
Tries to find Beals, instead stolen away. Layup is good by Gorno.
Well, Cameron Alla was able to save it from going out of bounds. Gorno right on the spot. McKinney going to pick up a foul on Beals again and put her back on the free throw line. I believe she's been 6 for 6 here in this overtime period.
Quiet Jim with 49 seconds left in this overtime. Beals gets the first one.
Knocking him down. That's what you want out of your point guard. Be able to step to the free throw line, have the conditioning, keep your legs underneath you, able to knock him down.
Second one is also good. Macy Beals with 10 points. 10 of her team's 12 in this overtime.
And when you can 8 for 8 here in this overtime, guarantee 2 points every time you step to the line. That's such a relief. You don't have, it's going to go on Levasseur. So again, Beals will come to the other end and shoot a couple more free throws. But it's just, as a coach, when you know your point guard who's going to have the ball in your hands can step to the free throw line and knock them down.
Huge advantage.
Bring it on.
Yep.
Just bring it on. This is who we want on the free throw line.
That one is good. An amazing string of free throws right now by Beals. 9 for 9 in this overtime session. That one is good.
You got to ask her. She might have attended the Stevie Carmichael Academy.
She has 26 points in the game.
Ooh, a lot of contact, no whistle.
Garrison, Beals asked for it, but a travel is called as Garrison tried to pivot and find her teammate. Instead, drug that pivot foot, so Fort Fairfield has it down by 8, 31 seconds left.
And they got to be real quick. They got to run plays now that free themselves up under the basket or going to the basket. Create some open shots.
Travel called on Gorno, so it's going to go the other way, and the Panthers looks like they are on their way to the second victory of the season to begin the season.
Yeah, as long as they can get the ball in bounds and hang on to it. The ball in Macy Beals' hands. Tigers really should be doubling. That's a much better job that time. Double teamed her, didn't let it inbounds to her.
See if they make somebody else shoot foul shots, and they do in Fitzherbert. They're down to 23 seconds. The Panthers will next be in action on Tuesday with a home game against the Holton Shires and Fort Fairfield. They will next take on the Fort Kent Warriors in Fort Kent, also on Tuesday. Fitzherbert misses the free throw. Still, she's had a huge game. Breakout game for her as a freshman.
Absolutely. You got a tally on.
I can come up with it real quick here. Got her for 15 or 17. Misses that one.
Yeah, 17 huge points. Yep. A lot of them just being on the block, ready to catch the ball off of Beals' drives. Defense collapses on her, able to lay it in.
Here's Levasseur's going to try a long three. No good. Garrison with the rebound. Now they find Beals. Beals tries to dribble through traffic.
And now just keep the ball moving. Or try to keep the ball moving.
Or let Macy Beals shoot foul shots.
One more time. Right now, 12 for 14 in the game.
A fantastic effort by her. Gets the foul shot to go. It's another one. 61-51. The Panthers have owned this overtime period, and they're going to come away with the win as we are down to 4 seconds left. Levasseur throws up a heave, no good. Garrison grabs the rebound, and that does it. 61-51 is the final. Central Aroostook with the victory. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. countyfcu.org.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. It's time for our Pat's Pizza of Presque Isle post-game show. And Bobby Russell is on the floor, and I'm going to bring it down to him.
Post-game guest, Coach, nail biter there, but you're able to pull it out.
Yeah, it was a nail biter. It was, I don't know, just kind of a lost words, up and down. I mean, good teams find a way to win at the end, and we, as hectic as that was, we found a way to win, and that's what you got to do sometimes.
Well, how about playing through the adversity of, you had some foul trouble with Bradbury and Grass, but our other guest here and Macy Beals really stepped up for you.
Yeah, like I think the first day of practice, I told Kira, with Coach Crystal and I said, Kira, you're not going to have a typical freshman campaign. Okay, you're not going to be able to kind of get a little minutes here and there. You're going to be thrown right into the fire, and sometimes you're going to feel like, I can't do anything right, and coach is all over me, but we hold you to such high expectations because we know that she's more than capable of it. And she's taken a lot of big steps forward today. I know she might have think that, well, I played really bad, but in reality, that's growing pains, and she's in the right direction, so we're proud of her.
Well, absolutely, and she's always seemed to be in the right spot at the right time, and just the recipient of Macy Beals being able to penetrate and her being able to catch and lay in.
Yeah, I don't think it took her long to realize if I can get here and here, I'm going to get the ball from Macy. So I didn't think it took her too long to go. I know where I'm probably going to get the ball because I know what Macy's capable of.
Now, how about just the experience of being in a game like this early in the season? To build on moving forward.
Yeah, that's awesome because when it seems far away, but when you get to February, you're going to have to win. You're going to have to win a game like that down in the tournament. You're going to have to make free throws late. Sometimes you're going to do some silly things, and they're going to do some silly things. You're going to have some turnovers, and they're going to have some turnovers, and you got to win one of these games in February, so it's nice to have early on.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. Go enjoy that with your team. All right, Kira, you had a big game. I think we had you for 17 points. We talked a little bit about you being the recipient of Macy's dribble penetration and you just getting into the right spots at the right time. You seem to be a real good combination.
Yeah, Macy, she's a junior, so she's experienced, and she knows how to drive, she knows how to deliver the ball, and she just gets to the right spot every time.
And how do you have a knack for getting into the right spot every time? You also did a good job on the offensive rebounding side of things as well.
It's just, looking to see where the open spot is and getting yourself in the right spot and, creating space for yourself and really looking to see, where can I score.
How about the atmosphere? It was a good crowd here, and close game goes to overtime. And again, Brianne Bradbury, Libby Grass in foul trouble. So a lot of it fell on you and Macy Beals as well to carry the team to victory.
Yeah, with Bree and Libby in foul trouble, having a good crowd really helped, and Bree's taught me a lot, and it's really good to have somebody like her who just, keeps me calm in situations like that.
And now what about the outlook of the team? What's the team talked about? I know they got down to the cross center last year, got bumped in the quarterfinals, certainly want to get back there.
Yeah, one thing that we always say is leave the excuses in the locker room. It's your job to get where you need to be. It's your job to put the ball through the basket. And it's our job to work as a team.
Absolutely. Well, you guys worked very well tonight as a team. Here's a gift from Pat's Pizza. Congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you.
Back to you, partner.
All right. Thanks, Bobby. That was Coach Dylan Kingsbury and freshman Kira Fitzherbert, our Pat's Pizza of Presque Isle post-game guest, as we wrap it up here from Fort Fairfield High School. 61-51 is the final. Central Aroostook wins in overtime. Quick rundown of the scoring, as we will start with Fort Fairfield. Brenna Lavasser had 1 point, 2 apiece by Riley Clough, Cammie King, and Eva Calioris, and 3 players in double figures. It was Cassidy Gorno, the freshman herself, with 12 points, 14 for Amber Sherwood, 18 for Cam Alla. And then switching over to the Central Aroostook side, it was Libby Grass with 4 points, Liberty Fulton with 5, 7 for Brianne Bradbury, then 2 players in double figures, 17 for our Pat's Pizza post-game guest, Kira Fitzherbert, and a game-high 28, including, get this, 12 for 12 from the foul line in overtime, 14 points overall in the overtime session, junior Macy Beals. So Central Aroostook with a hard-fought victory. You covered a lot of it during your post-game interviews, but got to be a huge, huge confidence builder for Coach Kingsbury and his squad.
Well, absolutely. To be able to play through the adversity of having 2 starters in foul trouble, having a 10-point lead, losing it, going to overtime, and then still winning by 10 points, being able to knock down the free throws. And like Coach said, Kira Fitzherbert, what a game for her. Freshman year, and just confidence builder for her. From here on out, I mean, sky's the limit for her, really.
Definitely a huge confidence builder and a great way to start off her freshman career with a huge outing in an overtime game. So Central Aroostook wins it. They next play on Tuesday at home against Holton. Fort Fairfield back to work also on Tuesday against Fort Kent. And we want to set the stage for our 3 streams tomorrow on WHOU. Holton at Herman, 3 o'clock and 4:30. Southern Aroostook at Fort Kent. Games at 2 and 3:30. And Waterville at Presque Isle. Steve and Bobby will be on the call for that one. Girls game starts at 3 o'clock. Boys at 4:30. Hope you can join us for that as we wrap things up from the Gardner Gymnasium, Fort Fairfield High School. The final score in overtime, Central Aroostook 61, Fort Fairfield 51. Good night, everybody.